Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and in today's video we will talk about the lunar eclipse which is going to occur on 26th May 2021, and we will also do an ascendant wise analysis and see how the lunar eclipse affects every ascendant. So this is how the chart appears on 26th May 2021. Okay, and you can see that the lunar eclipse is formed in the sign of Scorpio, that is Ketu is in close conjunction to the moon in the sign of Scorpio. And you can also see that in the diametrically opposite sign, that is in the sign of Taurus, you can see three planets, Rahu, Sun and Venus. This means moon, Venus and Sun fall in the Rahu Ketu axis, and therefore these two signs are the most impacted by this eclipse. So let us start with the ascendant wise analysis. Let us begin with the sign of Scorpio. Now Scorpio is the natural 8th house in the zodiac belt. Okay, and the moon is present in this house right now along with Ketu. Now, what does the 8th house indicate? 8th house indicates hidden things. It indicates sudden events. It indicates accidents. It also indicates deep occult knowledge. So, for a Scorpio ascendant, some of these people may gain deep occult knowledge in this period because Ketu is also a planet of occult. Moon represents your mind, and therefore, in this time, people born with the Scorpio ascendant, they may be drawn towards spirituality, towards God, towards some kind of occult knowledge. A lot of hidden secrets will come out in your life which have been deeply buried till now, because Scorpio is the sign of hidden things, of buried things. Okay, and when an eclipse is triggered in this sign, it brings out those events. So you may experience sudden hidden things coming out in your life. Maybe you get to know something about your spouse which you did not know earlier, or it could be anything related to your own life. For the Taurus ascendant, this eclipse is occurring in your 7th house. Okay, so hidden things related to partnerships, hidden things related to your married life. Okay, those kind of events will come out because of this eclipse. Remember one thing, that it is not necessary that the events will come out on the same day when the eclipse occurs. You have to count plus or minus 15 days before and after the eclipse. Okay, so in this time span, you might gain sudden occult knowledge, you might be drawn towards spirituality, and you will find a lot of hidden secrets, lot of hidden things coming out. So this is for the Scorpio ascendant and the Taurus ascendant. Now let me move to the Sagittarius ascendant or the Dhanu ascendant. So for the Sagittarius ascendant, the eclipse is occurring in your 12th house, and it impacts the 12-6 axis for you. So with respect to your health, Sagittarius ascendant, you have to be very careful because this combination is occurring in the 12th house. Okay, the eclipse is occurring in the 12th house, signifying isolation, hospitalization, etc. Okay, so with respect to your health, you should be very careful because even your 6th house has planets such as Rahu, Venus and Sun. Okay, and Sun is the natural karaka of immunity. And when Rahu impacts the Sun, okay, it can impact your health because this eclipse is occurring around the 6-12 axis for you. So take care of your health. Also be aware of hidden enemies. Okay, so do not get into lot of conflicts and be very conscious about hidden enemies who might try to cause harm to you in this period. The same holds true for the Gemini ascendant. Again, for the Gemini ascendant, this eclipse is occurring in your sixth house. Okay, sixth house is the house of enemies, diseases, debts, and in your 12th house, you have Rahu, Sun, and Venus. Also, in your ascendant, you have Mars, who is not very comfortable there. So, this points out to hidden enemies coming into the fore, hidden diseases, sudden events occurring in your life. So, Gemini and Sagittarius ascendant, beware of hidden enemies. Take care of your health, okay, and meditate a lot. That is going to help you overcome this time. Now, for a Capricorn ascendant, the eclipse is occurring in the 11th house of Scorpio, okay, and the 11-5 axis is impacted. So, sudden things related to your friend circle, you might find sudden obstructions in your hopes, aspirations, and desires. Okay, but this is a good time for doing any research, for delving deep into things, because both Ketu and Moon in the sign of Scorpio support you doing some kind of research and coming up with a conclusive result. Now, because this impacts the 11-5 axis, okay, be very careful with respect to your children and their health. Okay, because the fifth house has Rahu, Sun, and Venus. So, spend more time with your children, see what they are doing, okay, and take good care of their health. The same holds true for the Cancer ascendant. Okay, the eclipse is occurring in your fifth house. So, it is a good time to learn something new, to do some deep research. But be careful of treacherous friends, because your 11th house right now has Rahu, Venus, and Sun in it. Okay, and the eclipse might give you problems with respect to your friend circle. Your hopes, aspirations, desires might suddenly encounter some obstacles. So, if you are taking a major decision, please wait for a month and then take a major decision. So, this is for the Cancer ascendant. Now, for the Aquarius ascendant, this eclipse is occurring in your 10th house. Okay, 10th house is the sign of Scorpio, which indicates hidden things. 10th house also represents your business, your profession, your career. Okay, so sudden events may occur in your workplace, in your career, in your business. Hidden things may come out suddenly, which might impact your reputation, because 10th house is also everything about status and reputation. Okay, so in this time, be very honest in doing your work. Do not try to cheat anyone, because lot of hidden things will come out at your workplace or in your business. And also you might face some issues related to property, related to land, or with respect to the health of your mother, because Rahu, Sun, and Venus are present in your 4th house, and the eclipse is occurring in your 10th house and impacting the 10-4 axis. For a Leo ascendant, the eclipse is occurring in your 4th house and also impacting the 4-10 axis. So again, issues related to property, issues related to your mother's health, okay, issues related to land, issues related to vehicles, all these may suddenly come up and you might lose your sleep over these issues. Okay, at your workplace also be very careful when you are talking to your bosses, because Sun is the boss and he is right now influenced by Rahu and Venus. So be very careful, control your speech, and things will be alright. For a Virgo ascendant, the eclipse is occurring in the 3rd house of efforts, courage, siblings, okay, and it is also impacting your 9th house of good fortune, gurus, fathers, teachers, destiny. So for a Virgo ascendant, sudden issues related to your siblings or neighbors may come to the fore, okay, and you may also be forced to travel during this time, because this is impacting your 3-9 axis, and both these houses indicate short distance and long distance travels. Okay, and be careful with respect to the health of your father. Sun represents the father. Rahu is present in the ninth house with Venus. So do take good care of the health of your father. Stay in touch with your teachers, your gurus, and things will be all right for you. For the Pisces ascendant, this eclipse occurs in your ninth house of good fortune. Okay, so sudden events related to your father, your teachers, your gurus may come up to the fore. Okay, you may also have to travel because this is impacting your 9-3 axis, and your relationships with your neighbors, etc., may get into some kind of conflict. So, Pisces ascendant, be cognizant about these things, take informed decisions, and learn to stay calm. For an Aries ascendant, the eclipse is occurring in the 8th house of sudden events, accidents, inheritance, hidden things. Okay, so during this time of eclipse, sudden events may occur in your life. Avoid traveling during this time because the 8th house also represents accidents. So, if you are an Aries ascendant, do not try to travel much during this time. Take advantage of the lockdown, stay home. Since Moon represents the mind, Moon is in debilitation and impacted by Ketu in the sign of Scorpio. You might experience a lot of mental stress during this time period. Pray to Lord Ganesha and things will be alright. Again, 8th house is the house of occult sciences. So, this is a good time to be drawn towards spirituality. Read the Bhagavad Gita or other religious texts that interest you, and you will gain a lot from this. Since this eclipse also impacts your second house, that is the 2-8 axis, be very cognizant of what you are eating because Rahu and Venus in your second house can cause a lot of temptation to eat sweet things, stale food, etc. Okay, so be careful of what you are eating, otherwise, it will impact your health in a big way in the long run. For the Libra ascendant, this eclipse is occurring in your second house, again impacting the 2-8 axis. So, sudden issues related to your family, related to your assets may crop up. Okay, and take good care of your health because you have Rahu, Sun, and Venus in your 8th house. Okay, so take good care of your health, be cognizant about matters related to finance and your assets, and pray to Lord Vishnu, and you will be fine. One more thing I want to bring about is speaking about the general effect of this eclipse. Now, since Moon represents the water element, okay, and Ketu is in very close proximity with the Moon. Rahu is also in the Rohini Nakshatra. Shani is also in the Shravan Nakshatra. So, three malefics are impacting the Moon or the water element. By nature of being in the Nakshatra of the Moon, that is Saturn being in Shravan, Rahu being in Rohini, and Ketu being in close proximity to the Moon, the water element is impacted. So, in the next 1 month, okay, that is 15 days before 26th May and 15 days after 26th May, you might see sudden cyclones in the sea, sudden kinds of storms, okay, because the water element is highly impacted by malefics. Some diseases or new kinds of diseases may also spread through the water because the water element is impacted by three malefics and Mars is also present in the Ardra Nakshatra right now. So just 15 days before this eclipse and 15 days after this eclipse, we might see sudden rainfall in different parts of the world, okay, sudden cyclones within the sea, sudden tremors, sudden earthquakes, okay, but more impact is on the water element. Okay, so you could see storms in the sea, cyclones in the sea. Okay, so people living in the coastal areas have to be very careful in this time period. Moon also represents the bodies that hold water, example dams, etc. Okay, so In this period, dams can break. We may see sudden rainfall in places where we never expected rainfall. Okay, and we will see cyclones and storms in the sea. So that is a negative effect of this eclipse. This eclipse occurs on a full moon day, and it will also indicate a new beginning in times ahead. So friends, this is my analysis of the impact of the lunar eclipse occurring on 26th May 2021 on all 12 ascendants. I have also told you the general impact of this eclipse. So friends, if you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button. For any consultation, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. To know more about us, you can visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye. Take care and stay safe.